Edgar Allan Poe all happy, just like Lamar Jackson has made these Ravens fans happy, and it's back-to-back AFC North division champions, the Baltimore Ravens. They won it last year, and they did it because Week 9, Flacco goes down, injured hip. Lamar Jackson comes in. They won 6 of 7. They lost a wild card playoff round game to the LA Chargers. And I know he was good last year, but Lamar Jackson is great in 2019. This is the team to watch. With the Super Bowl coming up on the 2nd of February in Miami, they have to be the odds-on favorite here in the AFC.
Yeah, and they won't have to travel through the wild card round this year, you know, because of the way in which they've played. And I give a lot of credit to a lot of people. Lamar Jackson certainly has gotten his share. Mark Ingram coming in and doing what he's been able to do. But this coaching staff deserves a lot of the credit that they've gotten, and they probably deserve a little bit more. I think that Greg Roman, of course, what he's been able to do with this offense and the running game and commit to it, and they did that last year. It wasn't just this year. And even though Greg Roman's just the offensive coordinator this year, once Lamar Jackson took over last season for Flacco, they changed everything, and they were going to have to do that. And then, of course, the defense. There's been a few moving parts there at the linebacker position, the safety position. But Wink Martindale, he's got them playing, and there's just not many teams when you look around this league, as you well know, that are top 5 offense, top 5 defense, and playing well on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, and next time you and I are standing next to each other, I know we're sitting right now, but it's going to be in Arlington, Texas for the Cowboys and the Rams. And who knows? The Rams need it. The Cowboys need it. Going to be fun. That's coming up late in the afternoon on Sunday right here on Fox. Coming up next, the late local news on Fox and the Mercedes-Benz postgame show on NFL Network. 21-point win for the Ravens. They clinched the division title. Thanks for watching Thursday Night Football all year long. Presented by Bud Light Platinum. Good night.
Welcome to the Mercedes-Benz postgame show.
5, but how many touchdowns?
The Ravens continue to roll, winning their 10th straight game, locking up the division here, back-to-back AFC North champs in front of their home fans here in prime time for our final Thursday Night Football. A score of 42-21 over the Jets. It was a dominant performance by these Ravens out there. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Colleen Wolf with Steve Smith Sr., Joe Thomas, and Michael Irvin. And Steve, I love it. You already got a copy of The Sun. What, do you have connections around here or something?
I already have a copy of The Sun, and that's right, people. Eyes can read. AFC North champion!
Well, I learned one thing tonight, at least, that you do know how to read, so that's good to know.
Shut your...
Wow.
I'll just play. I like it, Joe.
And you guys can hear the crowd chanting MVP. We're going to have the MVP frontrunner on the set coming up, Lamar Jackson with Mark Ingram. But here's a look at the AFC playoff picture as it stands. Those Ravens still that #1 seed, 12-2 right now. You got the Patriots, Chiefs, Texans, Bills, and Steelers who play on Sunday night. They're the wild card.
Hey, Joe, how many full moons and dogs need to howl for that A spot to move up to the wild card?
We're not worried about that right now. We're talking about the Ravens,
right.
how great Lamar
Great
Jackson
point.
is.
Exactly. That's all anybody can talk about,
That's
in
all
fact.
we can even think about right now.
So, code for several.
So again, that's all anybody can talk about. Lamar Jackson. He has been incredible.
Y'all want to listen? MVP. You don't believe it? Come see me. Trust. You got the shirt at the bank. You can meet me outside the bank or wherever you want. You name the place. MVP. Been telling y'all that since a while ago.
Mark Ingram, the hype man, all season long.
Not lying.
So what did we see tonight out of Lamar Jackson?
Well, hey, listen, we saw truly the MVP. I mean, he solidified it today. It was breaking the record for rush yards and just the passes he made. And one thing that we talked a lot about in the pregame, what could stop this team if a team gets out front. Lamar Jackson in the Ravens, they started going up top some today. They threw some deep passes. They're adding that last element that they need before they get into the playoffs, and that will make them unstoppable when they get into the playoffs.
A lot of times what separates good from great teams is what you do when you get down in the red zone, because that's where the windows get tighter. That's where your details have to go up. And the Ravens have been outstanding this season in the red zone. Lamar Jackson is doing things down there that I don't know if we've ever seen, because he's able to move and get out of the pocket and scramble, which puts the defense on high alert because they're so worried about him running in. But then he's able to do the crazy Patrick Mahomes arm angles and find those tiny little windows, get the ball to his open tight ends in the red zone. They're just so dynamic when they get down there. They're so difficult to defend. And to me, I don't know how you beat them if once they get in the red zone, they're just about automatic to score a touchdown.
Well, one of the things that they do so well and have so much success in the red zone is traditionally you see a team go to a what we call a big personnel, where the three tight ends or 2 tight ends, 1 fullback. Well, guess what, folks? That's their staple.
That's their offense.
That's their offense. Right. That's the traditional offense that they run. So it is really hard to really put a beat on what they're doing, because you're seeing what they do out in the open field, also in the red zone. So you have no keys to tip you off on what they may do, because they run out of that set, they pass out of that set, they do trick plays out of that set. It's a staple.
They're so efficient.
It's very the creativity.
And what that does, Steve, what you're talking about, it demoralizes teams. I mean, it demoralizes teams. We see all
makes
the
you jump off sides several times.
All the beautiful runs that Lamar has. But when you can go big and just play physical football, I'm not just beating you up on the scoreboard. I'm beating your body up. This team is beating teams on the scoreboard and beating their bodies up. It's a physical team. This is going to be a tough team and a tough out for anybody in the playoffs.
Lamar Jackson completed 15 passes tonight. 5 of those were touchdowns. He was incredible.
One last thing I did learn.
Okay.
That we better hope and pray that Lamar Jackson doesn't get hurt.
Why is that, Irv?
Also RG3 coming in.
Oh, man.
Just saying.
And what did you see, Irv?
He's not Lamar Jackson. That's for sure.
No, he's not. Nobody is
and
out there.
everything keeps going on. I love RG. All right, wrap, boy.
Hey, guys, we have a huge day of football next Saturday here on NFL Network. We've got 3 games, starting with Texans and Bucks, Bills and Pats. That could be a title game, fighting for the division in Foxborough, and Rams-Niners coming up at night. Playoff implications in every single game. That's next Saturday right here on NFL Network. All right, so here, have a seat, get comfortable. Welcome to the house. It's our final TNF, and this feels right, that it's a little chaotic. Lamar, first of all, speaking to the mic, Steve, come on, you've done this before.
When I did an interview with him, 2 months ago, he had 1 chain. He only had $100,000 on. Now he got like $300,000 on.
They're multiplying.
Look at it. He got an animal. The fangs on there. And
it looks like a wolf,
yeah,
so I'm into it.
What is that? African wild dog. It's an African wild dog?
Wait, speaking to the mic so everybody can hear.
Oh, my apparel.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, really?
So you
New Era 8 apparel. Era 8 apparel.
Wild dog.
Hey,
Got the hype man here.
That does it.
Is that
He's
a
also
wolf?
his marketing agent.
What's his
commission?
Huh? Does dog have his shots?
He like he got rabies, huh?
Look like he got rabies.
That's a wild dog. He ain't got no shots.
This is obviously a party.
That's a wild dog.
Okay, here we go. So, Lamar, you obviously, you passed Michael Vick. You smashed his record tonight. You still have 2 more games remaining. This has been such an incredible year for you. I don't know if you heard what Michael Vick had to say, but he reacted. And do we have that here? Take a listen.
Here's the run. Here you go. Here you go. He got the record.
Congratulations, Lamar. We knew it was coming, man. Like I said, he was the guy for the job, man. And you did it, and you did it well. Keep rushing and set the bar high, man. It's going to be amazing run for you. Appreciate everything you do for the game.
Lamar Jackson at the end of
How does it feel to break his record? Were you a fan of his growing up?
Everybody was a fan of his, still is. I still, like I said before, in the interview I did earlier this week, I was like, I still watch his highlights. I go on YouTube and watch all the greats, especially him. He was the guy who spin defenders and stuff like that. It was amazing watching. I still watch it to this day, and it's an honor to break his record.
Did you guys talk about breaking the record before?
No, records isn't anything I would talk about. I'm trying to win a championship. That's the goal.
Well, you're on your way.
You get drafted, and Dion asks you a question, and you say, you stated Super Bowl. I interviewed you early in the season, about week 3, week 4. You talked about the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Now, seeing where you guys are, the Baltimore Ravens, what you have done, I understand the Super Bowl's it, but how do you want to finish the season heading into the playoffs for Lamar Jackson-led Baltimore Ravens?
We want to finish December 4-0. We're starting off 2-0 right now. We got the Browns, we got the Steelers, but right now we got the Browns in our way next week, Sunday, and we just got to keep it going.
Hey, Mark Ingram, listen, man. You've had an incredible run here. Last year, you played with one of the best quarterbacks in the world, in Drew Brees, and now you're coming over here and playing with the MVP. Let's just stop saying the front runner. Tonight, he solidified the MVP. Talk to me, what's it been like for you?
Yeah, obviously, Drew Brees' resume speaks for itself. First ballot Hall of Fame, the consummate pro. I learned so much from him. But just being able to come to Baltimore and be with this guy, man, he's humble. He's a hard worker. He loves his teammates. He puts it all on the line for his teammates. And he has everything that you need to be a franchise quarterback and to be a great quarterback in this league for a long time, man. The arm strength, the running strength, the mindset. So we love him, and we just here to support him and make his job easy as possible.
How important is that? It's so funny because Tony here, and he was showing us an interview, Mark, that you had when you were 10. Lamar, that you had when you were 10 years old.
Buffalo Cowboys ball. We played Deerfield Rattlers. I'll never forget that. I was on 120.
At 120, you guys were going to the Super Bowl. You had all your teammates around you.
Yeah.
And these guys here, Mark, they all surround him now. What's so special about him that makes people galvanize to come towards him like that?
Man, we believe in him. The entire organization, the entire team, and the way he works, the way he holds himself in the locker room, outside the locker room. He takes care of his teammates. He doesn't think he's any better than anybody. He's humble. He's a hard worker, man. So you rally behind him. You want to elevate your game to make sure his job's easy.
Hey, Mark, you played in some amazing offenses when you were in New Orleans. Is this the best offense that you've ever played in?
Man, right now, yeah, it is the best offense I've ever played in. No offense to New Orleans.
Of course not. They were great.
Yeah, top offense forever, while I was there. But, we got a unique offense with a lot of playmakers, a special quarterback, great defense, entire team. We're great, and we're just trying to keep getting better.
Lamar. Coming into this season, real quick, about that offense, you guys were a confident bunch. All this talk about a revolutionary offense. But tell the truth, did you think that the season would go this way?
We believed in each other that way. What we were telling you guys that, we'll see. LJ was like, are you guys going to revolutionize the game? And he said, we'll see. And, we just worked for it, believed in each other, and we just out here executing, trying to improve every single day. So, yeah, we believed in each other.
We talk about you in the run game, Lamar, Mark Ingram. How unique of a relationship do you have with the tight ends? Because those guys, you as a former wide receiver,
yeah, be ticked off.
Slightly.
Hey, but we just take advantage of what the defense gives us. And our guys do a great job at getting open. Sometimes.
You talking about the wide receivers or tight end?
Both.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes we can't make it out to the receivers. Our tight end be open so fast, and you don't want to just overpass. Go to a receiver.
Why not?
Sometimes it might not be there. Sometimes it might not be there. Our plays drawing up, sometimes the tight end get the ball first. It's going through reads. First read is the tight end. I got to deliver the ball.
I'm glad I retired.
Agent 89. You ain't out there, Agent 89.
Well, Lamar, you hit Marquise Brown on a deep one today now.
Hold on. He didn't hit him. Dropped a dime.
He dropped a dime on it, and we all talked about it, and all shows everybody talk about it. The one thing that can stop the Ravens, if somebody gets up big, how will they be able to come back? Is that something that you guys talk about and say we need to make sure we're working on those explosive plays over the top to the wide receivers in case that situation happens?
You know, no, we just play ball. You know, our defense do a great job of keeping guys off the scoreboard, and we just got to execute and score points. And I was ticked off on the sideline because we got stopped. You know, their defense did a great job. We knew it was a high-powered defense. You know, they was good at stopping the run. But, you know, we just taking advantage of what the defense gives us, and we're going to score points.
Well, this weekend, there's a little thing called the Heisman going out. And I just have a quick question. Mark, did you vote for Lamar?
Of course I voted for LJ.
That's lit.
I
Revisionist
figured.
history going on here, potentially.
So
I definitely voted for LJ.
Well, you know we got your card.
Well, it's not a secret ballot, you know. We got it back there. That's your last chance to give us the truth.
Hey,
Lean in on you.
Hey, come here. Let me see your arm.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Re-ask the question.
Go ahead.
Re-ask the question.
Did you vote for Lamar Jackson?
Hey, he was on my ballot. I tell you that. I voted
on his
for him.
ballot.
I can't tell you if he was 1, 5. I can't tell you if he was 1, 2, or 3. He was on my ballot.
My lie detector test finger says he didn't vote for him.
Oh! You wrong for that. You wrong for that. You wrong for that.
Hey, he is not the father.
Good.
Lamar, Mark, you guys are awesome. Thanks so much for coming by. Enjoy this win. Go celebrate. AFC North champs for the second year in a row. Congratulations, guys.
Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you
All
having
right.
us, man.
Coming up next Saturday, guys.